You're next.
Thank you, Rahim Rashidi from Kurdistan TV. My question is for Ambassador Scott. We know that Kurdistan is a U.S. ally in the region, but why is simple question for Dennis. You were in the region. What are differences between ISIS and Shia militia? Thank you.
There were a couple of questions there. One is about the I take it to be the relative strength of Russian support for Kurdistan, and the other is the relationship between ISIS and Shia militias. Stu, you want to start it off?
Well, I think it's easy. I think Russia has the luxury of having no responsibility. So Russia can play whatever role it wants to play, knowing that at the end of the day, that the United States is going to have a fundamental responsibility for the health and welfare of the people of Iraq, both in the KRG and in the rest of the country. So, Russia has aligned itself with Iranian interests in the region, in Syria, and elsewhere. And let's be clear. I mean, Russia during the civil war in Syria has shot ballistic missiles over Kurdish territory, endangering the people of Kurdistan with those weapons, without any regard or consultation of the people with the leaders of Kurdistan. So this is a purely opportunistic play on the part of Moscow, and I think should be seen in that light.
Denise, you want to take a shot at the militia question?
Well, I mean, nice to see you again, by the way. ISIS, we all know what ISIS or Daesh is, which is a terrorist group that has brutalized tens and thousands of people, hundreds and thousands of people. So I don't need to give everyone a lesson on that. But I do want to spend a little bit more time on the Shia militia and that word in the phrase. As I indicated before, there's a big difference between both, and it depends which ones you're talking about. The Hashdashab, formerly known as the Popular Mobilization Forces, is about 140,000 Popular Mobilization Forces. 100,000 of those are Shia, and about 40,000 comprise Sunni Arabs and other minority groups. The vast majority, and on the low end, it's 70%, 75%, on the high end, it's 90%, responded to a fatwa by Grand Ayatollah Sistani. They are considered disciplined and part of these Iraqi security forces or the official Iraqi military, and they are working hand in hand with other groups. They're not ISIS, and and many, by the way, in this point of time, and the very many people I spoke to in Baghdad and elsewhere, they are not going anywhere. They are considered revered. I mean, there's even a place in the Kishla right now in Baghdad where you can hear poetry and poems and discussions about the Hashdashab. It's the 10 to 20 or 30% that are a concern, and those you can say are the undisciplined, nefarious, IRGC-backed. They are the big troublemakers. They are the ones that obviously right now are feeding upon some of these ungoverned spaces, paying off people, buying loyalties, getting houses and things, and infiltrating. So that would be the concern. But I wouldn't, again, that's and as people tell me, kidnapping and doing a lot of these other bad things. Okay, so I'm not going to in any way say that they're not terrible, but the way of saying that these are exactly like ISIS too, I think it's just two different problems. But it's not the Shia militia, and I think it would be far more helpful to talk about these undisciplined IRGC-backed militia, as opposed to keep saying over and over again the Shia militia, because it's just not getting at the point. And I don't see them going away either.